Can you get rich by recycling wrecks? We'll find out as two teams of car breakers attempt to make maximum profits by stripping condemned cars of their mechanical booty.
35 quid.
Definitely 1.5.
600 quid.
£400.
But this is more than a mere car show. Prepare yourself for fine dining,
Lovely. Wonderful.
fascinating facts,
Stanmore doesn't really have a large farming community.
and if music be the food of love, I'll skip the main course. In this challenge, the teams must amass maximum profit from breaking a vehicle that works hard for its living. These hard grafting motors can be purpose-built for the job or modified versions of regular vehicles. Either way, they don't come cheap. That's why the teams have been granted a budget of £2,000. Once they've secured a scrapper, they'll have just 3 days to strip it bare at this registered breakers yard to the west of London, before selling the parts for as much as they can. The team with the biggest profit will be declared the winners. Lining up to take on this industrious challenge are two of the hardest working teams in the world of scrap. First up are Ben and Frankie. The oily side of things will fall to Ben Szymanski.
This isn't smash and grab. This is laser-guided destruction.
Proving that good stuff doesn't always come in small packages is head of sales, Frankie Otway.
If you want to do business with me, you better bring your life savings, my old son.
Facing them from across the forecourt will be George and Sheldon. The stripping will be led by the fresh-faced George Percy.
I've been messing around with motors since I was little. Petrol runs through my veins.
Shifting of parts falls to Stanmore's very own sharp-dressed man, Sheldon Nichols.
Rockefeller, Trump, Branson, Nichols.
Deal is done.
Thank you. Not necessarily in that order, though.
First job for the teams is to choose a donor vehicle. George and Sheldon are combining their meeting with a spot of spring cleaning.
What are we going to get for £2 grand? Something that, you know, working vehicle. Something that earns people money.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
What about agricultural?
What, like a combine harvester?
No, like a tractor.
George, we need something collectible.
Yeah, people collect tractors, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah.
Actually, it's not a bad idea. You know, I'm going to go and do a bit of research on that.
And Sheldon does a bit more than research the subject in his plush sales suite.
I just need to know what you've got available, because it's quite a way away and I don't want to waste my time or yours by...
He appears to have a firm lead.
Some of them are ready to go.
Our two city slickers are heading to the wilds of Peterborough, where a tractor lover's paradise awaits.
Well, do you reckon we're in the right place?
Well, it screams tractors to me, mate.
Well, he's got a few, hasn't he?
To leave with a scrappable farmyard gem, they'll need to win over owner Mark Weston.
We've been here since 1995. We collect tractors and then sell off the surplus ones. I mean, tractor price range, I go for anything from a sort of non-running tractor at £500 to some of the big Ford Doe tractors and things like that, which will make £50,000 and £60,000.
As Sheldon and George begin browsing, it's becoming apparent that there's an inherent flaw in their business plan.
I mean, I've never really had anything to do with tractors before.
Well, I've had pretty limited experience with tractors, putting maybe jigsaw puzzles together with tractor pictures in them and drawing them as a child, really.
We're going in blind, but we've got to ask someone.
In your opinion, what will give us the best return on our money?
Well, I would think the grey Ferguson diesel here would give you the best return because the amount of parts on it that's still saleable. Yeah.
And how old's this one?
It'll be middle 50s.
With sales exceeding 750,000 on both sides of the Atlantic during the 1940s and 50s, the Ferguson TE20 was the tractor that replaced the horse on many European farms after the Second World War and facilitated the spread of mechanised agriculture. The Fergie has also kept famous company. Sir Edmund Hillary's team drove 3 modified TE20s to the South Pole in 1958. A powerful 2-litre engine and low gearing deliver plenty of torque, but not a great deal of speed. The cameraman's trying every trick in the book here, but it's just not happening. Speed doesn't matter to tractor enthusiasts who just love restoring these historic vehicles. George and Sheldon could be ploughing a furrow to profit.
So what's the most desirable in this? That if we
at the
advertise
moment,
it?
if you're advertising the parts, the bonnet system on this one is still fairly good.
Right.
The Akai gas system, which is on the dashboard there, the one last week on eBay made £233.
For that little unit?
Just that one unit there,
Really?
yeah.
What's up with this? Is this front axle broken?
No, it's not broken. No, you've got 3 bolts either side to just spread it out for different track widths where you want to run down the rows of the crops.
Really?
Yeah.
Can we hear it run?
Yes, you can, yes, yep.
With the engine started, George does what any man or boy over the age of 6 would do in the same situation.
Yeah, I can see why people like them. They've got like little faces on them. It's funny.
Being here today, up close and personal, I can see why people strip them down and refurb them and why they've got a love for them. They've got so much character.
That's brilliant.
This is sweet though.
Back at the yard, Frankie's thinking big.
Yeah, so Ben, what do you reckon about a coach, for example? Or, I don't know, like a bus?
Transit van or something like that converted to an ambulance, yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got the transit parts and the ambulance part.
You know what, I really like that idea. I really do like it, Ben.
Good.
So now it's just a matter of finding a transit-based ambulance for under £2,000.
And what sort of money are you looking for it? £4,000, yeah, do me a favour. Can you believe that for an ambulance? Hello, mate, yeah. Well, how much money do you want for it? £3,500? Nah. You got anything else knocking about I could have a look at? Oh, have you? And it all works? Yeah, whereabouts are you, bruv?
Frankie's got a sniff of a likely-sounding motor in Stainforth, near Doncaster. True to his word, Frankie has brought Ben to a transit treasure trove. But that's the strangest-looking ambulance I've ever seen. Perhaps owner Barry can shed some light.
We bought the ice cream van off a customer of ours and we've had it kicking about. We were going to do it up for my lad, but we've just run out of time.
Oh, look at this, Frankie.
What's the matter with it?
There's nothing wrong with it. I like it. It's transit, workhorse, plenty of parts there, and all that jazz.
But it is an ice cream van, you do know that, didn't you?
The problem we've got with ice cream vans is that the machinery is worth more than the van.
We appear to have fridges. We appear to have an ice cream maker with a resident's bird's nest.
I'm looking for about £2,000 for it.
This paintwork's a bit flaky, isn't it?
You beauty. She looks okay. Looks fairly clean.
Whether by accident or design, Frankie may have stumbled on a gold mine here.
Take it for a spin, or what?
Under this vision of pink fiberglass lies the workings of a Ford Transit, a genuine road-going workhorse. Released in 1965 with a price tag of £542, 2.3 million have been sold in the UK, making it Britain's best-selling commercial vehicle. Combine the Transit with a colourful fiberglass shell, refrigeration units, and Italian ice cream making equipment, and you've got yourself a vehicle popular with children the world over. Britain is home to 700,000 Ford Transits and some 5,000 registered ice cream vans, so the boys should be able to shift plenty of parts.
Me and Ben really like this motor.
You'd never guess.
I think he fancies £2 for it. I ain't going to pay that.
Back in Peterborough, tractor novice Sheldon is about to start talking turkey with agricultural plant aficionado Mark. At stake, an end-of-life Ferguson TE20.
Yep. Right, so I suppose it's come to that time, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Got to get down and dirty. What sort of money you got in mind for this whole thing?
£1,200.
I thought it was going to be around about 600 quid.
No, it won't be that low because it's just for us just to resell it on again.
Can't we meet somewhere in the middle?
Well, yeah. 1,000.
I was thinking more about maybe 750.
And I'll split it with you.
What are you saying?
850. Well, 850 is the death on it.
You wouldn't meet me at 825?
No.
Would you let me walk away?
Yeah, I would let you walk.
For 25 quid?
For £25, I'll let you walk away.
Get off the tractor.
That's it, yeah.
Get off.
Buy it.
Go on, mate.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
825, yeah?
850. yeah.
Got to try.
Yeah. Thank you.
Here you go, you take that.
Yeah. That's it, yeah.
Top man.
That's one Ferguson TE20 tractor in Battleship Grey, purchased for £850. Meanwhile, up north, Frankie knows he'll have to be at his best if he's to strike a deal on a transit-based ice cream van that's reached the end of the road.
You know, be realistic with me now. I mean, what sort of day are we looking for?
Yeah, I want 2,200 quid for it.
I fancy 1,400 quid.
No.
What do you mean, no?
The sun's out, it's worth more money when the sun's out.
Yeah, but Belle, I can't...
There's everything to go, a machine's worth that. 1,900 quid. 1,900 quid and you can have it.
No, Belle, look, because I did bring up 19 between me and you, but, you know, I knew I weren't going to pay you top dough for it. And you know that, though, Belle, didn't you? Yeah, you do.
Go on, then. You're twisting my arm. You've got to take it a long way.
1,800 quid.
1,800 quid.
Good boy. You know it makes sense, Barry. I know I like that about you.
No problem.
So that's one ice cream van, complete with a sitting tenant, bagged for 1,800 notes.
Falling down, London Bridge is falling down, my lady.
Challenged to make maximum profit from breaking a working vehicle, our teams have returned to base with their scrappers of choice. They'll now have just 3 days to break the vehicles before selling the parts to the highest bidder. Anything unsold will be crushed and weighed in for scrap. Before the stripping commences, there's just time for the teams to check out their opponent's donor vehicle.
Would you? Would you buy an ice cream from one of these two?
Oh, look at
I think I'd run the other way.
I'll tell you what, fellas, this is going to be a nice little earner for us.
Yeah.
He's right.
Do the chimes work?
No, they don't.
No.
Does it even run?
I think the candy floss machine's working.
What's this freshly made just for you?
Is that with or without the salmonella?
Well,
Whatever you want, we do it all.
let's have a look at this old pig's bloater, shall we? Look at it,
Little
look.
gem, this.
Listen,
Little
fellas,
grey Fergie.
I have got to be honest with you, I know nothing about tractors.
I'll tell you what, Ben, have a look at their faces. It looks like they know even less.
How big's that engine?
2 litre.
You sure? Oh,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
It is or it ain't?
I think it probably
Oh,
is.
right, it
yeah.
is. It is. Oh, right, no, we're getting somewhere. Right, so, what's the turning circle on this?
Tight.
A nice non-committal answer there, I like it.
yeah.
Go on, how fast does it go then?
How fast do you want a 57-year-old tractor
Goes
to go?
as fast as the tractor goes.
You know, I know this is a bit like Mastermind, but what is it, a drop of petrol or diesel?
It's diesel.
Oh, it's diesel?
Yeah.
Is it?
Diesel pump.
Are we sure about this or what?
Yeah,
Are we
okay,
sure?
we'll give you one.
Diesel.
I fancy this is going to be double interesting, don't
We've got a shrewd little investment here, mate.
you? Yeah, you crack on, boys.
I'm just glad you didn't wear your green wellies.
So, Ben and Frankie have played it cool with a transit-based ice cream van, purchased for 1,800 quid. The exterior might be peeling worse than an orange suffering from eczema, but the engine runs, and if any of the bespoke ice cream-related paraphernalia still works, they could be in the money. George and Sheldon have gone all agricultural with a Ferguson TE20, snapped up for 8,500 quid. The Fergie's farmyard days might be long gone, but she could still make a big contribution to the bank balance. The boys will be